Yep.
What's up with us?
Yep. But I'm going to wait till all those pop-ups come up first because they come up right at 6 o'clock and we're live. And I'm super excited for you guys to be here with us. We're actually officially live in 1 minute. So we're on a little early.
So we're dead?
No, we're not dead.
Actually, we are. We're the walking dead because the skin you see is dead skin cells. So everyone's walking around as zombies. So we're in the midst of the zombie apocalypse.
You know what? Nothing would surprise me in 2020.
I should save this joke for the actual stream, so other people can benefit from my humor.
Well, we are on the actual stream,
instead of just me.
Instead of just you.
Yeah, but I want to see Jace's input into my joke because he's a funny guy.
That's true.
He's a clever guy.
Okay.
For all of you people out there, we've got call with Jace. Like, what kind of call?
Well, we're gonna find out. We don't know yet.
It how much per minute? Well, in that case, what are you wearing?
Make sure you guys comment below so I can put your name into the draw. We've got a prize drawing today, and nothing's popping up. I'm waiting for all these notifications to come up.
What happened to all our notifications?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I do have it.
Hi, Ashley!
Yay, Ashley!
Congratulations, you're in the drawer. Because you're the first person
exactly
to show up. Congratulations. It's nice to see you again, Ashley. Boom.
Awesome. I got your name in the draw, Ashley. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play our intro. I'm going to go and find it first. Okay, here we go. We're ready to go. Let's share the screen. And we're going to introduce, awesome, Sarah Clark is here. Yay.
Hey, Sarah.
Yay, we are so glad you're here. Your name is in the draw. Jase Souder, your name is in the draw.
Jase Souder's in the draw. He's in the sock drawer. He's trying to find all those missing socks.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to share screen. We're going to play our intro, and then we're going to bring on, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing. We have had the pleasure of working with him. And anyway, I will do that in a moment. Yeah. Okay. Share screen. Here we go. And
let's bring us in first.
Let's bring us in. Here we go. Oh, is it not playing? It's not playing because it's connected. Hold on a minute. Real quick.
Just click the share sound button. We got new technology, which you can probably see behind us. Amy has.
No fuss, just slow. Amy Jamie's hunters run the show. No pressure, just profits. Yo, ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's work to it. Cause we got free prizes every week. Honey there, we got the help if you need it. Honey there,
check in with us.
Honey there, check in with us. Honey there, check in with us. Honey there, yeah.
Woo! Awesome, awesome. And we are done with that. Let me see if I can. I can't. Okay, here we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. Awesome, awesome. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay, Bruce Barnes. Jace invited you. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Congratulations. Cool. You go in the draw too, Bruce.
Yep. Let's get Bruce in the draw.
Bruce in the draw. Bruce in the draw. And everyone's name goes in the draw. We then choose a winner by a random draw through the wheel, and then you get to go on the magic wheel, whoever wins, and there's a whole bunch of different physical prizes.
We'll actually ship them to you, and all the prizes are in the corner on this whole shelf. We have like so many prizes.
The bigger ones are in the other room.
There's only 18 spots on this wheel, and we have a ton of prizes. So every time someone wins one, another prize goes on the wheel. So, but in the meantime, I really want to invite Jace Souter on. He's amazing. We
should probably invite him on.
We should probably. He's been praised as a leader in authentic business. He's nationally recognized speaker and trainer.
He is?
Yes.
No, I'm saying he is.
He is, yes. Specializing in personal development, public speaking, and sales. And Jamie and I have actually worked personally with him.
We have worked with him.
Some of my favorite events have been actually with Jace. So
his events are phenomenal.
Fun. So he's been published in 8 different books, 4 with authors like Deepak Chopra, Tony Robbins, Mark Victor Hansen, and 4 others focusing just on the sales process, which if you know me, that's my forte, my favorite thing. He's appeared on national and local TV and radio, and he's also been in 2 inspirational movies, Pass It On and The Power of Coaching, where he's featured alongside Brian Tracy, John Assaraf, Reverend Michael Beckwith, boxing champion ever Evander Holyfield. Can never say that name right. He's also been with Les Brown, many others of today's leaders. He's an expert on influence and the sales process, including negotiation, personality types, which is my other favorite thing. And you're going to love this. We've created an entire code called the B code, Jace, on personality types.
Be yourself.
He's also does NLP, reading body language, and closing techniques. So let's just give, guys, want you all to jump out of your chairs wherever you're at right now.
Wave your hands in the air.
Hands in the air and give
really
a
loud.
giant
Get your neighbors nervous.
to Jase Souder.
What a pleasure. What an honor. I love you guys. I got to tell you, I wish we could show what you were saying before you went live because it was so great.
When you were hearing us run around the room trying to set stuff up.
Yeah, the ingredients of Jamie's pre-game shake was interesting to me.
That's right.
Yep. And him stealing
Made me feel bloated.
Him stealing all my tequila.
I did not put tequila in it. That would destroy a banana chocolate peanut butter shake.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend was eavesdropping as she's getting ready to go, and she was cracking up. It was so funny.
Oh, how is she doing?
She's doing awesome. She's going out to have a girls' night. I don't know what they're doing, but we just went to a hot springs yesterday where you sit in a hot springs water and like it's all natural. There's a waterfall that comes out, and the water in the waterfall is hot water. It's unbelievable. It's my favorite place. It's good to be here. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Sarah. Hi, guys. Good to see you guys.
There's a hot springs place that pipes the hot water directly in your room that we've stumbled across.
Oh my God, we found this place.
Just on the border of halfway up, just over the border of California into Oregon. It's about an hour up into Oregon, and it's beautiful. Really, really nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you guys can see, I've been putting your name on the wheel, and what's going to happen is we will spin this wheel. We'll get one winner, and then we'll spin the prize wheel, and you'll get to win some of the prizes. So that'll be awesome. So every time
your guys' production is amazing. I got to up my game. I'm learning so much being on here. Thank you.
We can teach you. It's fun.
I love your setup. Your lighting is really good. It's much better than ours.
Yeah, your lighting's great.
We dimmed our lighting to have the background brighter until we get a new screen up there.
This is our first time using the screen because we've been doing the live for a while. We've been trying to solve problems of how to really like make it effective. And so we were actually about to buy a big screen TV to put there to have behind us. And then Jamie's like, hey, we have a projector. Why don't we just plug it into the computer? Like, okay, that works. So yeah, so fun stuff.
Awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, I can do my mini presentations in here.
Yeah, so anyway.
Hey everybody, come into our bedroom and just sit where you're comfortable and let me run through the various stages of an event for you.
So what you guys see is this little section here, but what our neighbors see is this is actually in our bedroom.
That's right.
This live studio is actually in our bedroom.
The neighbors see us spin a wheel.
They see us dancing. If you guys join us, our TikTok later tonight, we're dancing. It's hilarious. We're like, yeah.
They're in their bedroom and spinning people's names.
Yeah.
Hey, we live in Vegas.
And sometimes they pop confetti. I'm not sure what that's about.
When you have lived in Vegas for more than 12 months and you renew your driver's license, they give you one of these wheels.
They give you a prize wheel.
They give you a prize wheel.
Vegas.
Yeah. It's,
that's just how it happens.
You don't have to use it in your bedroom. It's but yeah, that's Vegas.
Yeah. So, Jamie was talking about hot tubs, and Jace, we have a very interesting story about Jace and hot tubs.
We have a very interesting story about Jace and the fictional hot tub,
yes.
hot spring / warm cold water, freeze your nipples off.
It was the first time I cuddled coworkers that I had just met. Literally
survive.
Literally spooning Diane.
Have you
literally
seen that movie where the plane crashes on the snowy Alps? They were warmer than we were.
I think it's called Alive. That movie's called Alive, where eating each other.
Jace's, just to put this into perspective, Jace's a famous hot springs that's just up the road is just as close as cuddling Bigfoot or getting a picture of the Sasquatch. Talked about, but experienced.
Poor Bruce just tuned in and he's like brand new. He's only seen me speak once. He's like, what did I join in? I bet. But he said woohoo. So that's great. Bruce, you're awesome.
So maybe we should explain it. So we had
Explain it.
We had just.
I'm still emotionally affected. I cannot talk about it without getting a high voice because of how cold it was.
So I love hot springs. Jace loves hot springs, and we just finished this event with Jace.
Hey, type in the chat if you love hot springs too. Who else loves hot springs?
And every time you guys comment, we put your name up, another draw.
Name goes on the magic.
So all comments, yes. Bruce Barnes, you're in the draw again. You've got 3 in there, Bruce. Sarah, you've got.
You can get a maximum of 5. So work on it. Work on it. Work on it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So it's the end of the event, and Jace is like, hey, let's go to this hot spring. It's just an hour and a half away. And we're like, great.
He talked about it earlier on. He dangled the carrot about how great this was for over a day.
Yes,
for more than a day, 2 days.
He did. So we were really excited. So it was Sunday, which we expected to be done by like 2:30 or 3, closing down the event. But we didn't get done till like 7.
6:30, 7 o'clock.
So that means we didn't get out to these hot springs until 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we get out there and
it's dark.
It's dark. And
you've got a little flashlight to try and find your way on this hidden path.
It's like in the middle of nowhere. And it's like we get out there and it's
like 40 miles before the hot springs are vultures going, oh, I wouldn't go any further. even I wouldn't risk it. Larry? No, Larry and I, we wouldn't risk it. And they just watch you drive off into this like desolate area.
So we get out there, but by that time it's like, well, we're already here. It's lukewarm. We're like, well, let's just get in. So we get in and we could find little hot spots in there. And there was like a couple hippies there. There was a lot of naked people.
Well, there was hippies, there were leggies, and you got to see it all.
Yes, and there was naked people.
But we got in there first. We got in there first. Did we get in there first? Or did we scare away?
No, we got in there first.
But
we weren't naked.
No. We weren't naked at all.
Well, you weren't. I was later.
I hate to break it to you, everybody, but underneath all those clothes, you're naked as well. Everyone's running around naked. Anyway,
that's true.
So you forgot to mention the Arctic breeze. And by breeze, I mean a cutting, hard force wind. This wind was so sharp, it actually froze the wet hair, and your hair would snap.
I had icicles on my hair in the back. Anyway, it was fun.
That was our first.
Jace felt so bad on the way back, and I finally said, Jace, nobody talks about the adventures that went right, or they wouldn't be an adventure.
That's right. It was an exciting adventure.
So what happened was, for you guys watching, normally they're hot, and this hot springs is supposed to be like the 4th best. Sarah, you've been there. Tell them how awesome it is.
She says she loves hot springs.
I actually went in February. I went to a hot springs in Fairbanks, Alaska, just outside of Fairbanks. Literally, where like the tips of your eyelashes freeze. I was warmer in that hot springs than I was at this one. Because what happened is the wind was blowing so hard that it sapped all the heat out of the hot springs that night. Yeah. And then someone pulled up in a van and just watched us for a while. Do you remember that? There was like a big stuffed teddy bear in the front seat of that van or something like that.
It was a panda. It was a life-size panda, and we
bigger than a life-size.
We still don't know if it was just a stuffed animal or if it was a person dressed in a panda suit.
It was very strange.
Where it moved, I was so freaked out.
It was very strange.
It was very strange.
Yeah, because the wind was so cold and so fast that the hot springs had a chill factor 100% of the time happening to it. So as soon as the water came, the hot water came out, it dissipated straight away. There was no barrier keeping it warm.
I just have to tell you, the story was so strange that when I told my daughter about it, she was like, I was like, yeah, this was like 2 weeks ago. She goes, what? I thought this was something you did in high school or something. you just did this 2 weeks ago. I go, yeah. She goes, and you were like spooning with your coworker. I go, yeah, it was freezing.
It was
We were like,
survival,
it was survival 101.
Hypothermia.
And then Diane and I got up to the we were up at the road and you guys were still down there. And Diane and I were both like, I do not care who sees. We were ripping our clothes off on the side of the road, just getting naked, getting out of those cold, wet clothes. We did not even care. It was hilarious.
Putting on.
It was so funny. We just couldn't wait to get in the car.
So,
but it was fun.
Jace has had many, many experiences. And that's the benefit of being in a room with him. He's always had some experience of something to be able to relate to how you can improve your current set of circumstances to move forward, to move up on. And that's why he does these seminars. Now, you have like 3 or 4 or 5 different ones that you typically do through the year, correct?
Yeah. Right now we have 5 main ones.
5 main ones.
Tell us what they are, because I've done Be Funny, Make Money,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done, I think we did, were we at your speaker training?
Yep.
So
Profitable presentation.
Profitable presentations.
Yeah.
That's only 2 we've done?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
No. You were also Dynamic Life.
Oh,
Dynamic Life.
oh, that was so much
That
fun.
was a lot.
That was amazing. So the context stuff, by the way, I'll give you guys the context, then like a weird flashback. So what I do is my why in my business is I believe everyone has a God-given mission or a God-given message, and it can be fulfilled and funded through their business. And the fastest way to grow your business is public presentations. So the context for the 5 we do is in a presentation, there's 3 parts: scripting, delivery, and you. So we have a deep dive intensive called Core, where we do scripting. We have a deep dive on delivery called Dynamic Delivery. And then we have a deep dive on mindset called Dynamic Life. You guys help me run Dynamic Life, where we do ropes courses and get people like way out of their comfort zone. And then our 2 more intro ones are Profitable Presentations Live, where we go into the areas of that. And then Be Funny, Make Money, because that's the holy grail of speaking, which you guys know. It's how to be funny from stage, but on purpose. And so when you get people laughing, you get them crying, and you touch their heart, and nothing happens as a speaker until you move people's heart. So those are our 5. And then what's a weird flashback? We just did an event last week or the week before, and it was the first live event since January. And I was like, how long have you guys been in events? And I was thinking, I've been in events 18 years. And that's the longest I've gone without holding an event in 18 years. It was weird. It was funny. I spoke. So I led that event for 3 days, and then I just guest spoke at an event last Tuesday, and I'm speaking. It's where I met Bruce, and I'm walking around, and in the middle of my speech, I go, "You guys, I haven't spoke live for a while. I'm out of breath." I was walking in the room because I'm used to just being in front of the computer for the last 8 months.
I know, it's been so bizarre. We haven't done anything live. We've been doing everything. Most of our clients have shifted to online. Yeah. So we've been running events online.
Yeah, we've been doing like the MC and the sales and the coaching for live events, like virtual events that are happening live. So live virtual event, you access it virtually, yet if your camera's off, then it's like you just walked out of the room. You'll be removed from the room. Then when you're ready to be on camera again, then you get to come back in the room, so to speak. So it's even to that degree. The speaker gets to see every single person, as well as every single person gets to be seen.
Yeah, so it's been really, really interesting and a bit of a learning curve, but we've learned a lot from it.
There's been some new elements that are good. I mean, the travel is great.
Absolutely. I love it. I've done some too. And I didn't know how it would be, but now I'm like, oh, I don't have to travel and I can meet awesome clients. I love it. I love it. Like I don't want to only do virtual, but I definitely want to make it like half and half. I'm digging it.
Yeah, it's really a lot less wear and tear on the body. I mean, literally, I literally get out of bed and just I don't even have to put on high heels. I just wear jeans and then I wear my suit from the top up, and then I just plot up to my office upstairs, and it's great.
In her big gamer chair, which is super comfy.
Yeah, I have my big comfy chair, so it's pretty awesome. And Jamie's got his office, so we've got a townhouse with 3 stories, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I've got my office / green screen studio.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then we have our live studio, which is actually in our bedroom. so we have our whole house is like available for filming stuff, filming unboxings, filming at, you know, in the offices. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Doing different things. And for those of you who don't know, Jace did, who you were a stage hypnotist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this confuses me because after you've hypnotized the stage, what do you get it to do? Sit, stay, good stage, good stage. Do you know? And then my leg slipped and went through the stage after you hypnotized it, but you're like, don't worry, it's just a stage you're going through.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He still tries to milk that joke.
That is a good joke, and I haven't had a chance to do it.
I know, right?
Yeah, and it just hurts, you know. It's just sad. It's sad that such powerful humor is not being seen by millions of people.
Bruce says the only exercise we get now is clicking the mouse.
Yeah, you are right on that, Bruce.
For real.
I would go back to the gym, which is great. Yeah, so you're asking about the hypnosis. Was there a question in there, or you want me to just talk about it?
Yeah, actually.
No, there's a question. I actually was just curious, like, are you still doing stage hypnosis, or are you just using it in your events to help transform people's lives?
Yes and no. Well, there's no live events right now, and to do a hypnosis show, you really need I don't know if you could pull it off virtually. Maybe. I hadn't even thought about doing that. The last show I did as well, so I still do them for the right conferences and conventions. Those of you guys watching, do you guys want to know the story about how I started doing the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was doing a ton of when I first got into the seminar business, how I became a speaker. My life sucked. I went to a personal growth seminar. It's like I got my dreams back. And I started going to every seminar I could go to. And the first seminar I bought from them was like $1,500. The next one was $4,500. And then they sold a package of seminars for 10 grand. And in that was like a 5-day intensive, next level or mentorship university. And then also, Bruce says that's how nice, Bruce. Yes, it is. That's
right. This is the course you want to buy.
So they sold a package, and in the package was like a 5-day breakthrough thing, and then how to be a speaker and how to be a stage hypnotist. And I had no intention of being a speaker or a hypnotist. And I was there, and our mutual friend AJ said, if you do the hypnosis show, you'll meet girls. And I said, I will do the hypnosis show. So, but an interesting dynamic happened. The first night I went to do the show, I was trying to talk to these girls and trying to talk to other people, and people are kind of giving me time of day. I did the show, and I had all these people around me wanting to talk to me after I got off stage. And in that moment, I realized there's a power in being an entertainer, and there's a power to positioning yourself in the market. And so I did the show from then on just because I had such a fun time doing the show. And I realized, like, if I wanted to sell from stage, I want to be a speaker. And I realized if I can get used to hypnotizing people and they do what I say, then when I'm telling people to go to the back to buy my stuff, then they'll just do what I say. But the secret benefit I got out of it was I learned how to be funny on stage. I learned, like, I didn't know it at the time, but like you guys are so masterful at teaching improv and how you got to go with the flow and make things right and play off of it. I had to learn that because in the show, things go weird. And if you find them wrong, it's not funny. But if you find them right, I'll tell you a story about that if we have time later. It's really funny. About a time I made a human laugh track was one of the ways I rolled with the flow. And so what I do now is that entertainment tools that I learned from doing the show, now I'm teaching other people how to be funny as speakers, because you can't just get up there and speak. It's boring. Nobody listens. No one will buy. But if you get them laughing, I say you got to get them laughing and then you make them cry. You know, comedy's harder than tragedy. If you get people laughing, then you can wham, take them low and like crack their heart open. And it's not until you do that you really touch lives and you make sales. And we want to make sales money-wise, but more importantly, we want to make sales that change lives. And so when you do that, it's like you move a life emotionally, you move their pocketbook, you move them physically, you move their whole world, but it doesn't happen until you open them up. And that's the difference between the world-class speakers and the okay speakers. The world-class speakers, they know how to be funny on purpose. I say on purpose because there's a lot of speakers who are funny, but not on purpose. The world-class ones know how to put on the show, how to do the journey. Oh, Natalie joined us. Hey, Natalie, how to put on the show, how to do the journey. And so that's really where and how I implement it now is I'm teaching other people how to be funny now.
I love that. And that's kind of what we do too. We teach people how to be funny, but in a different purpose, and in just normal conversations, or just how to bring humor into situations, or how to use humor as a tool to be able to change the state that maybe the room is in, or release some tension and things like that.
How to quickly change your emotional state or the emotional state of the environment. How to be the master of your environment regardless of what occurs. Because through the improvisational habit mindset, doesn't matter what's happened, it's perfect for now, and how can we make it better?
Yeah.
That's what makes you guys masterful at sales, because you take that attitude into sales, which is genius. So how a hypnosis show gets written too, and people don't know this up front, but you write a show and you plan the gags. And when you're doing the creative process of creating the gags, someone might go, let's have him act like the president. And so when we're filming this, Trump's president, right? And so then you would say, okay, act like him. And if he doesn't have a mannerism or something that is immediately recognizable to the whole audience, it's going to fall flat. So you have to figure out, what's the audience going to get? What are they going to resonate with? What's something that almost anyone on stage can do? And then you build a show, and you pre-plan the humor moments. You pre-plan the jokes. You pre-plan the flow of the stage. Like what gag is going to lead into a gag that's going to lead into a gag that's going to lead into a gag. And you do it for the flow of the participants to be better participants and to have more fun. And then also to take the audience on a journey. And you don't want to pull out your absolute best gag up front, because then it's all downhill and not as funny. So you got to kind of have a flow to it. And that's the same thing that happens in a presentation. You need to pre-plan and have a flow to your humor, and a flow to your emotional crash points, and a flow to your content points, so that the audience has this journey with you as well.
Absolutely. It's all about flow and flow of energy. And that's what we talk about with the improv, as well as with sales Tai Chi. It's that flow of energy. And what you were saying earlier about cracking people's hearts open so as they can feel that their dream is possible, so that they can see that they do have an emotional attachment to something that's more worthwhile in their life, their desire. That is energy, and money is just energy. So when we talk about sales, we're talking about a certain amount of energy. So many people have put time and effort into building up money that they then lock it down. But when you lock it down, when you don't invest it back into yourself, there's no flow. If there's no flow, there's no growth. If there's no growth, then you're actually decaying, which means you're either living or you're dying. You're doing one or the other. Same way you can't split a magnet and go, oh, this is just the southern end. No, there's always a north and a south. There's always, no matter how finely you cut it, there's always a north and a south. Same way, you're either living into something or you're moving away from and dying and decaying. And so that's why with sales, for us, it's very exciting. First, it's great working with you because it's sales with integrity. It's ethical sales, which is the only type that we want to do. And that's like, first of all, is it right for you? Are you right for it? Now, how do we work together to create the solution of just the exchange of energy, the exchange of wealth?
Because we recognize that selling isn't just selling, it's serving.
Yes.
And you recognize that too. You have that mindset. That's why you have no problem saying, I do sales. That's what I do. I'm good at it. You know?
Yeah. Can I give you guys an update? Because you're going to love to hear this. So Jamie worked my event in can you believe it was October already? Yep. And then our breakthrough event in January. So we have some people who have brick and mortar businesses like home inspectors. And the reason they come to us for training, they go to the realtor's office, do presentations, get referrals. Well, when COVID hit, I taught people how to do Zoom, and then they're using our systems. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys live. So if I don't want to say names because they didn't say we could use it publicly, but some of the clients that you helped to join Black Belt, even with COVID, just cracked $1 million. Yeah. And then Natalie, who's watching right now, Natalie, I hope it's okay to say this. Natalie just got tabbed to be one of the featured keynote speakers on a global women's summit.
Awesome! Congratulations, Natalie.
See, this is why we work with you. This is why you're one of the people that we work with, because you deliver on what you say you're gonna do, and you get results. So that is more important to us than making money on a sale. I cannot sleep at night if I think I'm selling something that people are going to be pissed at me because I sold it to them. Right.
And I can't sleep at night in a sleeping bag duct taped to the veranda. Amy tried that. It didn't work for me. Apparently she slept well, but I didn't.
Right.
Hey,
I'm like, I am dancing like for that. My heart is just like so happy to hear that person got results like that. And that I was the one that helped them move across the line and making that decision to join Black Belt. Like, yeah. I'm beyond thrilled about that.
Natalie's watching. She just commented. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, she says thank you.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Natalie, you're welcome. Jamie.
Congratulations, Natalie.
And I think you guys, so I don't know your audience, if they're speaking, if they want to speak, who they are, but you guys, I think a hallmark of speakers who care or how to differentiate who to buy from or who to work with. For those of us who care, when people have success like that, it's our biggest payday. Ooh, that's a great
one. Yes. Write that down. When people have success, it is our biggest payday. That's right. I mean, it's like, for me, nothing makes me happier than when I hear from somebody a year down the road and they're like, oh my God, that $40,000 I spent was the best $40,000 I ever spent because of this, 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 and this. And I'm beside myself excited. Yeah.
Totally. It's so awesome. And then I got to send you guys a thing. So one of our people is now she's 16. So when she signed up, she might've been 16 or 15 at the time. If you remember who I'm talking, I'm keeping the name out. I don't know if I have permission to say it, but at her last event, she just found her why, and we were working on people's why and mission. And what she wrote was, kids shouldn't have to pay for the mistakes of their parents. And everyone deserves a second, everyone deserves like their own shot in life. And like she creates these videos of just like, we're all crying, and she's like 16 and she's going to just start speaking on this. And part of her story was unbelievable. So part of you guys, remember when I said, get them laughing, get them crying? Here's an example of crashing them. So part of her why came from, she was at a friend's house and she walked to the back bedroom to get something. And so she's at her friend's house and her mom's boyfriend was in the back bedroom shooting heroin between his toes. But that wasn't the worst part. She went to the living room and she's crying and her friend's like, what's wrong? The worst part is that for her friend, it was normal to live like that. So she gets this passion in her heart to make a difference for other kids. So now she's going to start talking about things you can do for kids that are like that, in a position like that, places you can give. And this girl is 16 and she's taking this on. And she was doing this. It was like, it was so amazing. Natalie was there for that. And it was just like, we're seeing people step into their greatness and step into their life, right? And so when I told that story about the heroin between the toes, can I go to teaching for a second?
Yeah, yeah, do it. Please.
You guys, those of you that are going to be speaking, the more visceral and real you can make the ups and downs. Not I had a great time, but the hot springs was so cold that we had to huddle around where you can picture us, like literally, you guys, the hot water would come out of a space this big. So 4 of us are in the water like this, huddling up, trying to stay warm. The more visceral and real, shooting the heroin between the toes, the audience can see it like a movie and they go on that journey with you. And when they go on that journey, they feel it. And that's what's going to lead people to action. That's what's going to lead people to changing. So Bruce is in Isogenics. And I love it. You guys are in Isogenics, aren't you?
Yeah, we were athletes with the company.
So here's an example. You're athletes with the company. So here's an example. I just had an Isogenics.
We are now. We were.
You were, okay.
We're not in shape now. Yeah.
Did you guys get your COVID-20? Because I did.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Oh.
The pounds, COVID 20 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, remind me, if the year 2020 was a math problem, it would be you're up a creek with a feather duster for a canoe. The wind is traveling at 17 tuna fish per bear. And what is the average rock melon times dynamite?
Yeah.
Exactly. What does that mean? If 2020 was a math problem, that's what it would sound like.
I saw a post today that said, I'm going to ask my mom if that offer to slap me in the next year is still around.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
That's a good one.
So what was I talking about? I got off with rock melon.
You're talking about making
it visceral,
story very real
visceral.
with facts.
So people buy destinations, and so the more visceral we can. So isogenics, for those of you that don't know, is like health, weight loss, nutrition, really great supplements, right?
Yeah.
So some people go, you get these shakes. So I went to one of isogenics conventions, and I was doing like sales training at this one. It's a small, like, local regional thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I started saying, who wants, and they didn't know what I was reading, but I was like reading, I had a list of all the ingredients in the shakes. Like, who wants malto, whatever, and hydroxy.
Like who wants denatured whey protein?
Yeah. And no hands are going up. And I'm like, you guys don't want this? And they're like, no. And I'm like, it's your shakes I'm selling. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, quit talking about your shakes. Because talking about ingredients is no more exciting than talking about the shake. What we want to talk about is you're on the beach and you're so confident that you see that person check you out that you were hoping would check you out, or or not. You have the energy to play with your kids, but a visceral example playing with your kids, like you just went for a walk with your wife and then your kid asks you to go play tennis and you can actually play 2 hours of tennis. Like something real that people can grab makes a much more compelling presentation. And so you want to do that for the ups and the downs. So something I tell people when they're going through a time like COVID and then other tough times in their life, it's a really great time to write presentations. Start tracking your experience going through that time, like what happened to you, how it made you feel, and then the process emotionally, mentally, physically to get out of there. And that will start to make great presentations, because then you start to track, here's how I felt when I had the victory on the back end. And the more you can share those moments, that's what sells.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And that's great, and that's what I always tell people. Cause like I love to use weight loss as a great example, and especially in sales, because I literally had somebody private message me the other day and say, hey, I've got this great weight loss supplement. Will you check it out? And I texted, I wrote him back. I haven't talked to this person in like a year. I text him back. I go, did you just call me fat? I mean, like, why are you messaging me out of the blue and saying, hey, you need this weight loss? Maybe I feel okay about my weight. Maybe not that I do, but maybe I do, and maybe I want something else,
where
right?
the person is before you start telling them
what they need or what they want. And so I always say, like with like somebody that needs to lose 100 pounds, if I say to them like, hey, come with me, I've got these great shakes and we're gonna cut out all the bad stuff. I'm gonna throw away all your favorite foods. You're gonna sweat like crazy. You're gonna not be able to sit on the toilet for a couple of weeks because you're gonna be exercising. Am I ever gonna help that person? I'm not gonna help them. But if I say, oh my God, you're gonna finally be able to put the seatbelt on the airplane. You're gonna be able to reach your toes and actually be able to tie your own shoes for the first time in years.
Yeah.
You're gonna look in the mirror and go, oh man, you're sexy. It's like
you're going to be able to buy a shirt you like off a rack in a department store without having to buy online to get the larger size.
Perfect. Yeah. Spot on. By the way, side note, because I love how you mentioned that, Amy, they texted you out of the blue after a year. If you're network marketing, I know they train you. Everyone's a prospect. And here's two of my favorite things about network marketing, if it's with a good company. One, I can't tell you how many people I've met who discovered personal growth because of network marketing. And if you've been at a company and if for nothing else you get out of it is you discover personal growth and it gets you on the path of transformation, it's been worth it, no matter how much money you made in the company.
Okay, Jace, you're frozen for a moment.
How about now?
Are you there?
We can hear the sound, but it's very choppy. Oh, now
there we go.
Now you're back.
Now you're back.
Okay, so you heard it. So one, to get you on the path of personal growth, fantastic. And then two, whether it's good sales training or not, if you learn how to just talk to everybody, which is ineffective sales technique, but if you get over the fear of people because of it, boy, once you learn how to sell, you will be unstoppable. So
exactly.
Tip for those of you guys in network marketing, and this is sales training for anybody. One, look for people who are hungry what you've got. Look for people who have expressed a desire. I had someone book a call. I'm going to be talking later this week. And she's like, we want to work with you on something. And I was talking to her. I was like, okay, just remember when we have this call, I want to hear you out. And I'm an eager buyer because I want to be an eager seller, but I didn't ask for your help. I didn't raise my hand and say I wanted help. And so pushing solutions on people is not effective. And then the next thing is, if you want to have a sales conversation with someone, please ask these 3 words. Can you talk, or can you talk now if you want it to be 4 words? Call them up and be polite, because there's all the time. I'm willing, like the different political action companies will call me for fundraising, and I'll be like, hey, I totally want to talk to you, but I'm right in the middle of something. Can we talk tomorrow? And then they keep going with their script, and then I hang up on them because they didn't take the. But
they didn't listen. They didn't listen to you.
Right. So you guys, if you're going to make sales calls to people and it's not a planned appointment, then make an appointment. By the way, can I totally riff on something that pisses me off?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this. But you guys,
you got to do it with an accent.
you guys are in a safe place, so I'm going to talk about it now. We're running Facebook ads, and people make appointments and they don't show, and it pisses me off. This is business. But can I stop the accent now, or do I have to keep going?
Now do it as a girl that's walking through mud in high heels. Go.
Oh, and then I'm trying to do my business, and because they don't show up, it's wasted my time when I could have talked to someone else or done something. And it's so, and then I think to myself, that's why you're not successful, because you do appointments, Mr. No Show.
That's exactly what I think. And it's so funny because I do the same process where it's they book in with me, and I do sales calls for people and coaching calls. And it's so funny because they'll book later or something. They'll rebook again. And I call them out on it, and I go, I can already tell you why you're not successful.
Do you say that to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because here's the thing.
I don't want to work with everyone.
I don't want to work with everyone.
No.
You're probably not my target market if you no-showed.
We can help everyone, but only if they're willing to take the help. So therefore, I'm only willing to work with those people who want to change, who want something better in their life, are willing to make an effort. If they're not willing to make an effort, and this also comes to like when you have a predetermined thought. So many people come onto a call and go, oh, you're going to try and sell me something. I'm like, well, I won't be trying to sell you anything. For 2 reasons. 1, I'm not trying to sell anything. 2nd, your attitude and your energy is going to be destructive to anything that you try to endeavor. Even if I give you 100% of all the tools, if you're looking for a reason why it won't work, you will constantly find reasons why it won't work. And that reason is you. And you're going to project that you into an external environment and then place blame outside. And my course, my process that is very successful is going to get blamed because of you with this closed-minded. So yeah, I'm not looking to work with everyone.
I told a lady the other day, she was on the phone and she's like, well, you're just going to try to sell me something. And I said, actually, no, I'm not here to sell you a product. I'm here to see if I can help you. I said, and honestly, if I can be really brutally honest with you, I'm not even here for you to like me. In fact, I'd prefer that you didn't like me, because I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to help you. And sometimes the best help is not to necessarily like me.
Are you gonna what's funny to me is when people say that, and it's in the context of a business growth thing, and they give a charge on sales. It's like, really, you don't want to be sold something, but how are you going to make money in your business? By selling things. How you buy is how you sell. You guys, there is no 2 ways about it. How you buy is how you sell. And the excuse you get from yourself is the excuse you will manifest in your client. Not you, but someone else will manifest.
Right. No, you're exactly right. No, us too.
It's just like the magnet that I was talking about before, the north and the south, or the 2 sides of the penny. Exactly what you're saying. How you buy is how you sell. The fears you have are the fears you project.
Yeah, and I told a guy the other day, because he was like, he wanted to sell his program for $5,000. But he told me on the phone, he goes, you know what really pisses me off? What pisses me off is that all these people have all these programs and they want to charge thousands of dollars for it. And most people just can't afford that. And I said, can I be upfront with you? I said, you're never going to sell a product for $5,000. I said, number 1, you don't have the mindset for it. You got to change that. I said, number 2, if it pisses you off that other people are selling you something, you are never going to be able to sell anything.
Never.
And I go, if I can be really honest, the real reason that you're pissed about that is because you want whatever they're selling and you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but
there was a long pause.
and then he just shut up and he was like, yeah. yeah. I probably, yeah, I need to just, I said, yeah, I wish you luck. Good luck, you know?
You know, I was thinking about something today. It just kind of struck me. I don't know why it came to me today, but I was thinking about the thing that has had my career grow is taking risks.
Yes.
Flying things. And I was thinking back to this year. I got this. I believe in God. I believe God can give us nudges if we listen, and if we act on them, we get more. Side note, if we don't act, we get less. But anyway,
I
so
agree.
I had this nudge, like, get online, get this thing, start marketing on Facebook. And I had one particular stage I would speak on that was about 70% of my business, and I was reading the tea leaves, like that wasn't a good business model. And so, surprisingly enough, he wound up selling his business, and that stage went away. Like, I'm being sarcastic when I say surprisingly enough. I don't know if you guys know that. So that stage disappeared. But luckily, I listened, and I hired these guys to help me get on Facebook and start running ads. And we'd have up and down success with it. But then they were teaching me this other model for selling coaching, which was way more profitable, and I could help more people. And it was really interesting because it was going okay. And I'm thinking, do I need to cancel these guys? And I was starting to have the lack conversations. And instead, I wound up I doubled my spend with them. I wound up paying them from $2,500 a month to $5,000 a month. And then, no surprise, I had a speaking gig right after that, and we did multiple 5 figures in sales off of one virtual conference speaking gig, like over $30K in sales.
Wow.
But it only came after I said yes to the thing that scared me. And I've thought about that over and over. Every time I've had great success in my business, I bought a coaching program in 2016. I bought a 1-year leadership program and a private coach. My business tripled. And by the way, that happened right after my ex-girlfriend got in a car wreck that almost killed her and my dog. And I remember thinking, what am I saving my money for? And I'm not going for it. I'm going to start going for it. So I spent like over $47,000 and my business tripled that year. And every time I've said yes, and I've like got my guts together and gone for it, like things explode. And I don't know any other way, you guys. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Like, I don't think people in entrepreneurship can succeed. So here's what got me thinking of it. Is it okay if I share this, or am I talking too much? Okay. So Betsy and I, we needed to get away, right? So I had sales calls. I spoke last Tuesday. Thank you, God. Out of 38 people in the room, 20 people booked follow-up appointments. Like, that's a great conversion. Yeah, and then that's like 20 sales calls. And sales calls are it's a lot of energy, right, for me. Yeah. So I don't want to put a negative spin to say they're draining. I really concentrate. So I tend to be like jelly afterwards, right? So we needed to rest. So we took off Saturday, and we were going up to the hot springs where the waterfalls was Honeybutt and all that. So we stayed at this really cool place last night, and we're talking to them. And I love entrepreneurs. And this guy, he was a fire chief, and he was retiring early, and he's like, he saw this place that used to be a bar and had been closed for 16 years, and he bought it, not knowing if it could become a bar again. But he bought it, and he was fixing it up and making it beautiful. Do you want to give a shout out to Charles? Hi, Charles.
I just did. I added you to the wheel of names, Charles.
You're in the wheel of names.
So, you guys need a drop for the wheel of names. Like, I love your intro song, by the way. It is so freaking cool that you guys have your own intro song.
You like that?
Oh my gosh, yes. It's amazing. I need to get one. I got to get my own jingle.
I'll give you the guy. I'll give you the guy. He was great.
So
he created it for us.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll make this story short. So, by the way, when you're writing presentations, you want to collect stories like this because they land the point of you got to take risks. Because if you're selling big packages from stage, you have to teach people how to take risks. How do you teach them how to take risks? By telling stories of people who took risks and won with their risks. So this guy buys this place. He doesn't even know if he's going to be able to make it a bar again. And it was really funny. He goes, so he's fixing it up, right, to turn it back into a bar. And he goes, I didn't know if I'd be able to make it a bar again. I might just be making a really nice cabin with signage out front. Like, he didn't know if that's all he was going to do is making it so he gets approved. And then this is the part that spoke to my heart. He's a retired fire chief. He cashed in his retirement. Instead of keeping that steady, safe thing, he cashed it in. He's like, I got to go for it myself, or I got to bomb myself. I'm going to go for it. So he cashes in the retirement, and then they build like 7 yurts, and he adds all this other stuff on. They got it. So now he's going to have the place completely paid off soon. and just be making all this money. And he keeps going. And it was just like, it spoke to my heart. This dude cashed his retirement to go for his dream. And I was like, that's it. That's what it takes to really succeed.
And I totally agree. That's like even when I'm at your events and I'm working with somebody that they're very nervous about spending the amount of money that they're about to spend on your bigger programs, like Black Belt. They're very nervous about it. And I'm literally holding their hand across that, we call it the terror barrier in their head, right? And we're literally holding their hand and moving them through that wall, because I know once they get through that wall, the results, they can't even imagine. But I know by them making that decision and doing that they're going to have one of the biggest breakthroughs ever, just by putting a deposit down or making a decision that they're going to do it or paying it in full or whatever it is. I know what the results are going to be for them, that their life is going to look completely different a year from now, to the point where I can't even describe what their life is going to look like, because it's so different and so out of the box.
Because that terror barrier is like a damn wall. That damn wall, and it's been holding back other dreams and ideas. So when you break through once, other dreams, ideas also go, oh, hey, look, there's an opening, and they drop through as well. So you're not just making a decision right here on what I should do now. You're also making a decision on what's possible. And when you invest in yourself and what's possible, more things are presented. Like you said, God, the universe will give you a little nudge. If you pay attention, it'll give you more opportunity to respond to those nudges. Oh, he's taking notes.
And that's
B flat, C sharp, D minor.
And
there's
that's
some good
actually,
notes right there.
That's actually kind of one of the tricks that I use when I'm working with people at an event. I will get them, like, say you just pitched a big product, and they're on the fence. I will get them to fill out the contract and fill out the paperwork, and I have no intention of holding them to it. And there's a 3-day cancellation anyway. They haven't even deposited any money down, but just by them filling that out and making the decision, they go home in a different mindset.
Yeah, you should always go as far as you can go, because as soon as you go as far as you can go, you have a new vision of what's possible. If you stand back here and go, oh, well, there's a cliff right in front of me, I can't go further than the cliff. I'm like, well, get up to that cliff and then see if there's a ladder, see if there's a left, see if there's a right. You don't know back here. And 100% of the time, the people who move forward find a new path in life. 100%, because they're living life. They're not merely existing.
Yep. Spot on. You're totally spot on. Jamie, what you said I took notes on was when you make space for one dream to come through, others run through with it. That is gold to use in a presentation.
Yeah.
Is it okay to use that? Can we all use that?
We can all use that, sure.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is, because we've talked, and this, because I've been doing the emotion code healing. I've got all my what do you call it, intellectual stuff done, all my exams. I've just got to do the practicums now. But it's the same as when I learned Reiki. It's the same.
I bet Jace would let you do. You should do one on Jace.
I should do some. Yeah.
We'll call you later. We'll tell you about it later.
It's all to do with energy. It's all to do with intention. And so often when we have a big emotional expression that is deemed negative, we don't release it, or we hold some back in, and that gets locked into our bodies, which can create energy disruptions. It's the same with like our thoughts and our dreams. We've had a dream about doing something when we were younger, but somebody said, oh, you can't do that, or nah, everybody fails who tries that, or oh my God, what will people think of you if you get on stage? All these thoughts, all this negative or this restrictive energy, or restrictive thoughts, restrictive beliefs that aren't yours, you're adopting someone else's belief that's limiting and going, oh, okay. So you've held back your dream, but it still exists, because 100%, you know very well with hypnosis, that 100% of what the subconscious has seen through its whole existence is still there. We've just overlaid it with new information, or it can be accessed. So these dreams still exist, and they've had passion, they've had energy, they've had thought connected to them, and they're just sitting back there. So the moment they see an opening, the moment they see a light through that damn wall of the subconscious into potential, they go, hey, I'm going to give it a go. I need to release. I need to go. And more things will come around for a person as soon as they take action on one dream, because now the rest of the dreams go, oh, hang on. It is possible. We can do it. Let's give it a go.
Yep.
Nice.
And I do like that, though, that you break a little crack in that wall and the other dreams come through with it. That is really.
Yeah, they flow through.
They do. And it's true because it has all energy. So, hey, we have gone way over time. We usually go for 45 minutes.
Oh.
Normally we do a Pando card. Let's draw a Pando card for Jace.
No.
And then we got to spin the wheel and win a prize.
Spin the wheel. Remember where you found Pando?
Yes. So we found Pando because of Jace. Jace was in a bar in Boise, Idaho, and discovered this company. They sponsored him, and then Jace gave us, so we got sponsored by them as well.
They're awesome.
By proxy through Jace.
That's right. It's if it wasn't for Jace, we wouldn't have known about him, and if we didn't get to know about him and we wouldn't have been able to be sponsored.
Oh, it's so fun. So this one's for Jace. I'll type it in.
This is the one for Jace. So everybody out there, give the answer for what you think Jace's answer would be. Have I ever gone streaking? And who is my favorite talk show host? So here we go. Just show you the cards right there. This is it. So has Jace ever gone streaking? And he did mention hot tubs earlier, out in the wild. So
by the way, the rule on the hot tub is if it's one that's nude or clothed, whoever gets there first sets the tempo for that event, evidently. Most of the ones I've been to are clothing required.
So Ashley says no, he hasn't. And I'm gonna say he's gone streaking, and his favorite talk show host is probably maybe Ellen. Maybe Ellen.
Is that a talk show?
That's a risky choice nowadays, Ellen.
She is a risky choice these days.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil is kind of risky too.
I like Ashley's attitude. No one said you only get one guess, and Ashley's guessing multiple times. That's how you win at life. You keep taking shots.
Keep taking shots.
And she gets more entries into the wheel.
Bruce says yes, and you are his favorite.
You're your own favorite talk show.
Oh no, I think she means us.
Oh, see how the brain works here. This is called miscommunication.
I didn't really consider us a talk show host, but yeah, I guess we could be, I suppose. That's
fun. Hosting a show.
Anybody else? LOL. Yes, you guys are good. Ashley.
Amy, after this, can I tee up what that link is? We keep showing what that's for after we do this because we didn't even tell them. My call with Jace link, what that's about.
Talk about it. Tell him now.
Well, we're still throwing it out.
Let people answer.
Okay, so while you guys are guessing, here's what Call with Jace is. We help people fulfill and fund their God-given mission through using public speaking. So we train on script, delivery, and you. And if you want to see if we can help you, book at callwithjace.com. I've got limited time open. I've only got like 4 days open. My calendar's, but thank you God, it's been really packed. So if you want to schedule the free discovery call, yeah, it's a sales call. And now we've been talking about on this, it is a sales call. If you want to make more money and you want to be fulfilled, then book a call. If you want to be resistant, don't book a call. It is a sales call, but we're to help. My goal is to help you make way more money. And tons of our clients this year are making way more money, even with COVID, which is like the coolest thing ever. So,
but it's a sales call to find out if you're a right match and to give value on that call, right?
Yep.
If you're going to walk away with the call and not have value from having that call.
Yeah, here's some quick rules or guides to see if you're fit. Do you actually care about people and you want people to win? Do you want to make the world a better place? And do you want to make a lot of money? Because I have found if you're all about money but no cause, or if you're all about cause but no money, it doesn't work. I want to help people make a difference and make a lot of. By the way, do you guys know the story behind this now? I started importing art from Africa.
Yeah.
I'm selling that as a fundraiser as well. And when you can grow your business, you can join a lot of other stuff. Bruce is so nice. He said you need to talk with Jace. Thank you, Bruce.
Oh, that's nice.
That was an awesome one. So thank you, Bruce. So just go with Jace.com. You can book right into my calendar. And please show up. I won't out you on Facebook or anything. And, my time is valuable. And if we're going to talk, let's talk. So
I love it. Okay, so Jace, what's the answer? Have you ever gone streaking?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hello.
I mean, who hasn't, right? We're from the 80s, right?
I went to Florida State, and it was before Instagram and all that. And I think we streaked through the library one night. I'm pretty sure we did. I know for sure we went through campus, and I think we went through the library.
Do you remember in the 70s? I think you're younger than I am, but remember in the 70s
Yes.
that song, and they call in the street, ba-da-da-da-da-da. And then the background voice would go, look at that, look at that,
Look at that, look at that.
look at that, look at that.
Yeah, I remember that.
The street.
And they called in the street. Okay,
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
okay, who's your favorite
I
talk
said,
show?
Jane, don't look. But she got an eyeful. I was too late.
That is the song. You should look up the song. It's really funny.
The street.
It was a popular song because in the 70s, streaking was a thing. Like it was super popular.
Because test cricket matches, which would go for 5 days, there was always a streaker on day 2, day 3, or day 4. Yeah.
In Australia?
In Australia.
In the US, streaking was a big deal in the 70s. Like people just thought it was funny. So
I tell you, this is boring. Gonna take my clothes off and run across the sports arena.
okay, so who's your favorite talk show, Jace?
I think his last name is Love. I'm not really into talk shows, but it was like kind of like a PBS dude, and he would get these different artists up, but he would like deep dive into their life and what made them then.
Oh,
And I thought it was so interesting how he would talk to people about, like, they'd be these, known actors would be talking about how in 5th grade they took an acting class and what they learned. And Charlie Rose, or I don't remember his name, but it was just a boring, sad. It was a black curtain and 2 chairs with a thing in the middle. Actually, Zach Galifianakis on Between Two Ferns. That would be my absolute favorite if it was real.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Shall we do the wheel of names?
Let's do the wheel of names.
The wheel of names. All right. Okay. I've got to make this. I got to change. I got to make this full screen and then, I guess I can unfreeze this now.
Full screen it first.
Full screen it because it's not going to show the names on the side. There they are. Okay, you ready? All right. I am unfreezing this. Here we go.
And you'll see that your names are in there more than once because you commented more than once.
That's right.
Nice. That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Dun, 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 dun. Go!
Woo! And the winner is
Bruce Barnes!
Bruce Barnes! Way to go, Bruce.
awesome.
Hey, Bruce.
Excellent. Okay, now we are going to spin the wheel and find out what you won, Bruce.
Here we go. The magic wheel.
The magic wheel
of
of
potential.
prizes. Woohoo! Woo! Drum roll.
This is really fun.
This is my favorite part.
What are some of the options they could win on there?
We have all kinds of stuff. We've got bracelets. We've got
Infrared $1,000 red restore for
hair growth,
hair
laser growth,
growth.
hair cap. He won a turquoise bracelet. Or he has a choice of a turquoise bracelet. Do we have it over there?
I don't know where you put it.
Let me find it. Oh, you know what? I think that one got one.
I think that one got
That
one.
one got one. We forgot to take it off the wheel. Guess what? You get to spin again.
Right, before you spin, build it up. Like, what are some of the other things you could win?
So we've got a rubber nameplate for your car.
It's an anti-theft silicon number plate that protects your car and stops your number plate from getting stolen.
We've got a 3-day, 2-night at a Wyndham Hotel.
Ooh.
We have
Olive
olive
beanie.
beanie. We've
Money
got,
donated to your favorite charity.
we've
Nice.
got Boost Natural Oxygen.
Nice.
This is
Boost. This
right
stuff
here?
is really good.
oxygen in a can. We've got
There's about
We'll send you-
120 breaths of air. And anybody that's not used to wearing a mask, this is really good for like mask fatigue, where you feel like, I just want to have a big deep breath.
so we're sending these to a lot of
Nurses.
and hospital workers.
Oh, nice.
And Bruce asked, does it grow hair? Yes, it grows hair. We've got a laser cap that grows actual hair. 7 minutes a day. you
Red
put this-
Restore.
It's called Red Restore. You put this cap on. And
Where
actually,
do you get all this stuff?
sponsors.
People give it
Nice.
away.
Yeah, so we've got Skyba socks. They're yoga socks. We've got knee braces. We've got a moonlight diffuser for essential oils. So we got all kinds of stuff.
This is the peppermint flavor, but there's actual natural flavor as
We've
well.
got natural and peppermint.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You guys are awesome.
Okay, Bruce, let's respin. Do we want to add something to the wheel? Let's add something here.
Yeah.
How about the biotin gummies? Or
the hair gummies?
yeah, the hair gummies. Or what's that? Ooh.
This is the Tech Boss, which is your Bluetooth FM and transmitter. It connects via your phone to Bluetooth, and you can run your radio through. It's got a little LED lights display. So our car automatically has that with the Prius hybrid. Otherwise, I'd be keeping this for myself.
Okay,
it's
well,
really cool.
let's add that to them.
Okay, so yeah.
That's a good one. What is this called?
It's the Tech
Tech
Boss
Boss?
Bluetooth FM transmitter for car. So this is really cool. It just plugs into your cigarette lighter, and you can have all those attributes. Digital Bluetooth phone call. You can just say, "Hey Siri, call blah blah blah," and it does it all through this. So.
Hey, Bruce thought you said hairy gummies.
I said hair gummies. These are like to grow your hair too. But
Yeah,
we didn't take that one. The thing is we literally
You can
have
put
like
hair gummies there.
put hair gummies here.
Hairy gummies, just for you, Bruce. You're gonna win that now. You're gonna win some hairy gummies.
We only have 18 spots on the wheel, but we literally have like 50 prizes over there. So, all right.
All right, here we go.
Ready,
Spin
and
again.
go. Woo!
I'm
Drum
spinning
roll!
the opposite way this
Drum
time.
roll! Come on, Bruce.
Pick a color. What color do you think it's gonna win in?
Bruce Barnes. Bruce Barnes.
I think it's gonna go light blue. I'm gonna say light blue. Have a guess, folks. Have a guess. What color do you think it's gonna end in?
Green. I say green.
You say green. I say light blue. Ooh.
$5 to a charity of your choice.
Very nice.
$5 to a charity of your. He goes hair.
There's your charity.
Awesome. $5 to a charity of your choice. So you just let us know what charity you want. And we'll just donate it in your name.
We donate in your name.
Any charity.
That's awesome. You guys rock.
Fun stuff. Cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We went way over time. Jace, I could talk to you forever,
Yeah.
which means we have to do this again. Will you come on again?
Yeah, I'd love to. It's awesome. I got to get a wheel. I need to go get a Vegas driver license now.
Yeah, and they give you one.
I'll tell you where I got the wheel. So it's pretty cool. You
Cool.
can order it. It'll just come right to your house. So
Sweet.
awesome.
Call with Jace. Look forward to talking to people. Call with Jace.
Let me put that back up. Call with Jace. You guys call Jace. Find out. Get an appointment with him if you are interested in speaking. He can help you write that presentation, and it's so.
If you have a dream or a passion or a desire or an idea about playing bigger in your life for the people in your environment or the world, then do call with Jace and find out if this is the right direction for you.
Exactly.
It really is exciting when you step into your dream and start to realize that a group of people are supporting you to live your dream.
Exactly.
That's
Awesome. We love you. We adore you. Oh, and by the way, I just had to give a shout out to your shirt, which says "Let Love Lead," and it's my favorite shirt that I wear. Let love lead, because you know what?
Right.
Love is everything. Love is everything. If we just love more, come at things with love, from love, the whole world would be a better place. So
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we sold these to raise money for that place. They saved kids from being child slaves. So thank you. We raised $5,000 for them with your help that day. I think I have a great way to end my section. I'm gonna just kind of like turn off the lights in my studio, so it'll be like a TV show. When they just kind of turn off the lights, and then there you are. So
Now it's time
Oh,
to say goodbye to Jace and all his friends. JAS, super successful. If you want to be a speaker, e.com. Have some fun with him. Jase Souder. Jace.
that's my new theme song.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.